Paige, registered nurse and director of digital health coaching at Ovea. In this episode, I'm discussing trying to conceive with an irregular cycle and how tracking an Ovea can make all the difference. Ovea works for those with all cycle types. If you have an irregular cycle and you're entering your data consistently, we'll still be able to alert you during your fertile window. Knowing what qualifies as a regular or irregular cycle is really important because it can affect how you track and what you do on your trying to conceive journey. For starters, 28 days is the average cycle length, but very few people have cycles that consistently last exactly 28 days. That doesn't mean that their cycle is definitely considered irregular. So if your cycle is 28 days one month and 30 days the next month, that's definitely not necessarily an irregular cycle. First, let's define how to count the days in your cycle. Your cycle starts on the first day of a period and goes until the day before the first day of the next period. So that time between the two periods counts as one cycle. A truly irregular menstrual cycle would be a cycle that is shorter than 21 days or longer than 35 days. Additionally, if your cycles vary in length from month to month and the time between the shortest and the longest cycle you've had is more than 7 days, that would also be considered irregular. So if you had a cycle that was 21 days one month and 35 days another month, the time in between that is more than 7 days, that would be considered irregular. So if you have irregular periods or no periods, that could mean that ovulation is not occurring, or maybe that it's not occurring regularly. If it's not occurring, that means that no egg is released, effectively making conception impossible. For those with irregular periods who do ovulate during their cycle, it can be more challenging to zero in on the fertile window because it changes from cycle to cycle. Those with irregular cycles can find it more challenging to conceive, but there are steps you can take. One of the best ways to get pregnant with an irregular cycle is by tracking your possible signs of ovulation, such as cervical fluid and BBT, or basal body temperature. Tracking those signs can give you a much better picture of what might be going on with your body, and it might even help you identify when you ovulate. If you come to realize that your cycles are really irregular, you should definitely contact your provider for assistance. And then the information you've tracked might even be helpful when you meet with them. Thank you so much, and join me again for more information and tips to help you through your fertility journey.